Hi everyone, so in this demo we will talk about the new CLI of quickwit. So just a reminder, quickwit is a search engine similar to Elasticsearch. It's written in Rust, it's relying on object storage, so the footprint is really low and it's really performant. And it has been purchased recently by Datadog, just so you know. So let's go back to the CLI. Here you can see that we have several subcommands. And let's start with the Bootstrap installation to make the installation easier on a Kubernetes cluster. So for this we will do qwctl bootstrap -- kind cluster to indicate that we will want to create a kind cluster, and that's it. As you can see, it's creating a kind cluster. When it's done, we can see with kindness that we have a qwctl namespace created, and it has start to create some containers, the quickwit containers, so the searcher, the indexer, janitor, control plane, metastore. We can see we also use min.io to have a local object storage. It will change in the future with more peering solutions. We have Vector and we have Grafana, and we have Jaeger as well, and an OpenTelemetry collector. So let's wait for those pods to be created. For now it's downloading the container images. So after a few times you should land with this. All the pods are running. min.io post job is completed. So right now we will go back to the qwctl command. We can see that we have a configure subcommand. So let's try it. qwctl configure. And what we can see is that we have configured this endpoint by default, this indexed by default. And we can also configure basic authentications. Let's keep it empty for now because it's in local, and a format of output of command, which is pretty by default. We can also import like this. We can list the several configurations files we have, and we can import an existing configuration files like this. Like this. Now it's done. Let's go back to the root command, and we can see that we have several commands here, and with bootstrap we also have a pfw subcommand for opening tunnels with port forward. So let's try it like this. Bootstrap pfw, and we can see that it's opening port forward into several applications like I'm Live, which is our metrics exporter that will send the metrics with OpenTelemetry to quickwit. We have quickwit, so let's try it, the various indexes. We can see that we have logs and traces, so it's working well. And we can see that we have also Grafana. So let's go with Grafana. We can see the random password generated here, admin, and we can configure a data source for Grafana like this, for quickwit, sorry. Add new data source, qw logs, quickwit searcher, qwctl namespace, cluster local, /api/v1. And it's working. We have our logs which are containing metrics like this for CPU, RAM, etc. So now it's done. We can also try Jaeger like this. and we can see that we have some traces like this. So it's working fine. Now we can see that we also have a create list and ingest command. So list is listing the existing indexes. So we can, for example, create new index like this. My index key text value, another field like this, value unsigned it 64 bytes, and a time file like this, we will call it event time. So like this. Now we can see our new index here. We can details our index like this. And we can also filter only the files that are interesting using GQ. GQ options like this for JSON query. It's like the GQ command. So if I just want to show the version, it's like this. Now it's done. Let's try to ingest some data in this index. So the ingest command is the following: ingest my index body like this, key foo value 3 and time failed event time. Event time. So it will complete the document with the current date with the event time field like this. And we can see that it's sending this payload to the quickwit indexer. So we can wait a bit to see if we can see some logs with the search command. So after some time we can try the search command like this. So by default it's searching in the hotel logs index. We can limit with max option to one document. Again, we can also filter the file we want to display with the GQ option like this. For example, let's print this one. If you want the output in JSON format, you can say like this. And let's try our new index we just created, and we just ingest one logs. My index. Like this. And we can see our documents here. And we can also, of course, write some loosen query like this. Key double point foo and value 3, and if we change the condition like this, no hit found. So it's working well. Now it's done. What we can also do is to remove the index. qwctl, so it's delete. And if we list again, we will see that we won't have the my index anymore. As usual, you always have the format flag like this to have the output in JSON. And what we have more, we also have a metrics command that is displaying the Prometheus metrics exported by quickwit like this, matrix ls. So we can see all the Prometheus metrics exported by quickwit. We can select one, for example this one, matrix get. If we want only the values, it's like this, and we can also filter with label like this. And we can also use wildcard, for example, like this. Now it's done. Let's try to use the AI features, the most interesting commands. So we have an MCP server that can be open and listen to this port. By default, you can of course override the port like this if it's already used by someone else. So let's go back with qwctl AI MCP, and we can also create agent using all the model available. For example, OpenAI, Anthropic with Claude, DeepSeek, Google Gemini, Mistral, etc. So let's use an agent. By default, we have the AI agent command like this with interactive mode. So by default, it's GPT for O-Mini, but we can use another provider, for example, Mistral, like this, or Anthropic, like this. So let's try to do some prompting. List all the indexes. As you can see, it understands the prompt and translates it to command using the MCP server. qwctl search limited to 1 hit. So we can see that we only have one document. So it's working fine. We can also write in French, liste-moi les métriques. So list me the metrics. And you can see it's working well. The agent can also be used as web agent like this. So instead of having a shell, an interactive shell, we have an API which is compliant with GitLab webhooks, for example, if you want to invoke this agent in the GitLab ticket, or even CW Cloud chat. So let's try it. A prompt, search all limited to 1. And you can see that it's working well. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will keep informed for the next features. Thank you everyone.